matchup between the Minnetonka Skippers and the Wayzata Trojans. From Wayzata High School in Plymouth, John Jacobson along with Phil Ward. And Phil, Wayzata, what a terrific season. 14 wins in 14 games. They have been lights out many nights.
They're just a great team. They're well balanced. They got great guards. Their big guys do a great job of contributing, like rebounding, playing some really fine defense. And I think in the end, what makes them so difficult is that you can't really focus on one person to stop. You got to stop the whole team.
Minnetonka comes in 7-7. They've had to adjust to a new coach again. Ryan Freeberg coming in this year. It's their fourth coach in 5 years, and for especially the seniors who have gone through a lot of coaches, it's a lot of adjustments to have them made.
I don't think I would have liked to have had to play for 4 coaches in 5 years, because everybody comes in with just a different perspective of how the game should be played, and it just gets confusing after a while. But it is high school basketball, and I think that the kids, if they just love the game and want to play, they'll find their way through it and find some success.
Let's look at our key players, starting with Minnetonka. Bert Hedstrom, one of several seniors on this Minnetonka team, has been a good leader for them. And Coach Freeberg said averaging over 17 points per game, but a very solid ball player, knows the game well, comes from a basketball family. And when you know the game and you're basketball smart, I think that always helps as well, Coach.
For sure, being a coach's kid, and actually 2 coaches' kids for him, it's an added benefit, because you just seem to know the game better. You know, it's not just that you have talent, but that you can maximize that talent on a given night.
For the Trojans, one of the talented guards that Coach Ward talked about, Ryan Lindbergh, who's had a terrific season.
Ryan is just a fabulous kid, and he's a gym rat. And I get here pretty early every morning, and Ryan's always knocking on the door to get in the gym. He's shooting. He's worked at the game. I've known him for many, many years. And it's not surprising that he's a great player. And he's more than just a good shooter. He's a good team player. He passes the ball well, and he competes extremely hard.
For Minnetonka, they're obviously the underdog coming into tonight. How do you defend Wayzata? What's one way they could possibly pull an upset here tonight?
Well, I haven't seen Minnetonka, so I don't know per se what their strengths are. But I think anytime you play a team that's really well balanced, you kind of got to isolate the ball on one side of the floor. And then you can maybe narrow down where they can attack you from. But if the ball gets to fly to both sides and inside and outside, I don't think you're going to have a lot of success stopping a team like Wayzata.
We'll find out in a moment. We'll tip this one off. Minnetonka Wayzata High School boys basketball next on CCX.
What makes your community feel like home? Is it knowing what's happening in your neighborhood, or when people know your name? Connections make us a community. For more than 30 years, Northwest Community Television has connected citizens, neighbors, even sports fans through video. As life gets busier than ever, we will still offer you a connected community experience through CCX Media, so you can stay connected to the place you call home.
Friday night Lake Conference basketball from Wayzata High School. The Trojans hosting Minnetonka. John Jacobson and Phil Ward. The third member of our broadcast team tonight is Allie Arlt. Let's go to her.
Hey guys, it's been an entire week since Minnetonka last played in their last game, and Coach Freeberg says that the break was much needed. He said that this time of year, the best thing for a team is to rest, and he says his guys are feeling rejuvenated. Now, that was especially because last Friday, they had a 1-point win over Edina, and Coach called it their biggest win of the season. Now, the boys feel good, but Coach says they have to play at a high level tonight to come in on Wayzata's home turf and beat this undefeated team.
Thanks, Allie. It certainly is a tall task tonight for the Skippers to be able to win this one. We will take a break, come back, and tip this one off in just a moment on CCX.
Did you know kids who play outdoors have healthier lungs?
Totally.
Did you know that boys that play with dolls make better husbands?
My son has lots of dolls. But did you know terry cloth diapers breathe better?
I did.
It's totally true.
Oh, yeah.
Did you guys know statistically friendly kids have more friends?
Yeah.
That's obvious.
Did you know most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right seat. Visit safercar.gov/the-right seat to make sure your child is protected.
Oh, look, a redhead. Staring contest. You still got it. I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
They were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Oh, look, a redhead. Staring contest. You still got it. I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
They were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
We're ready to go for high school basketball tonight. Minnetonka and Wayzata. Starters being introduced out here on the court. We take a look at our starting lineups for each of these teams. For Minnetonka, trio of senior starters. Isaiah Carver-Bagley, 6'3" senior. Burke Hedstrom, a 6'4" senior. And Matt Haas, a 6'5" senior. A junior, 6'4", John Martins, number 24. And Jalen Deering, 5'9" sophomore. At guard runs out their starting five for Wayzata. Veteran team, 3 seniors as well for them on the starting five. Alex Jensen, a 6'7" senior. Jacob Benegas, a talented 5'10" sophomore. Gavin Baumgartner, a 6'5" senior. Drew Gallinson, a 6'2" junior. And Ryan Lindbergh, 6'3" senior. Minnetonka, mentioned 7-7 coming into tonight's game. 0-2 in Lake Conference, 1-2 in Lake Conference games rather. Wayzata 2-0 in the Lake and 14-0 overall. Ryan Freeberg is the first-year head coach for Minnetonka, partially obscured there by Isaiah Carver-Bagley, number 21. But, Ryan's done some college coaching around the area, around the country really. He's come back. His family's from Minnesota, from Mankato originally. They've settled here and really like this Minnetonka basketball program. And I think this is a program that certainly, as we've seen through the years, has potential to be very good long term.
There's no doubt. I think, you know, if you can coach in the Lake Conference, you get an opportunity to do that, and you want to coach high school basketball, Minnetonka's as good as any, and he's obviously had a lot of great experience, so I'm pretty sure he'll build this program in no time.
Wayzata in blue, Tonka in white. Jensen getting ready to jump center against Carver-Bagley. And we are underway with a Wayzata possession.
Well, let's see if they're trying to pressure him. It looks like they're out there face guarding Lindbergh right away, so they're going to try to take him out of the offense.
Baumgartner will drive into the paint, stops, back out with the pass. Lindbergh driving. Olsen back to Lindbergh. Tough shot in the lane, but he gets it to go.
You know, the thing about putting a lot of pressure on a guy before he gets the ball is if he does get it, you're kind of off balance a lot, and you got some driving lanes to take advantage of.
Deering with the basketball. Slides the pass across. Isaiah Carver-Bagley. Hedstrom pops out. Out comes Matt Haas, set a screen. Hedstrom, hard to the basket, and he scores.
I know Minnetonka runs a lot of ball screens and a lot of just basic screens out on the floor, so it's going to be a physical game if Wayzata is going to fight their way through those.
Ryan Lindbergh off to Alex Jensen. He'll hand off to Baumgartner, puts it on the floor. Baumgartner kicks it back out. Well defended here by Minnetonka, first couple possessions. Gallinson. Toss to Lindbergh, back to Gallinson. Fakes the three, drives to the basket and scores.
You know, one of the things Wayzata does so well is just pass the ball to the open person effortlessly. It's not complicated, it's not flashy, they just throw it to open people, and that's the result of having done that.
Carver Bagley swings it to the corner to Deering. Bounce pass in. Double team on Haas. Got to come out with it and lost it off of his own leg and out of bounds. Good defense by Wayzata. Last basket coached by Wayzata.
Gallinson made a nice head fake, put it on the floor, got to the basket. He's a great athlete, and he's going to make it to the basket on most of those kind of situations.
Benega, strong move to the basket. And Jacob Benega scores. So 3 trips down the floor, 3 baskets for Wayzata. They jump out to a 6-2 lead. Bagley, tough shot, won't go. Rebounded by Jensen.
That was a tough shot.
Baumgartner pulls up from 15. Not good. Jensen strong up for the rebound. Back to Baumgartner. To the corner to Gallinson.
You know, a kid like Jensen might not score a lot, but he keeps a lot of balls alive, and you end up with good shots, second shots, now a third shot. He tipped that one out.
Baumgartner rings it home for 3. And a timeout taken by Minnetonka. 9-2 lead for the Trojans.
Well, I think Minnetonka is trying to put pressure on, and I don't think that's a bad play. Wayzata is hard to pressure, but I do think if they're going to get up in someone's face, they're going to have to do 2 things. They're going to have to have help ready to go, and on screens they're going to have to switch them because it's just too hard to guard all 4 of these guys by yourself. You're going to have to do it as a team.
There's Brian Schnettler, 3rd-year head coach at Wayzata. 14-0 start for them this season. Had them in the section final 2 years ago against Champlin Park, a talented Rebels team that made it all the way to the championship game in Class 4A.
Brian he's just a really good guy, and he treats people with respect, and it's not surprising that the basketball program is doing well. Setting some staggered screens, trying to pop 3rd open.
Hedstrom off to the corner, knocked out of bounds by Benega. Will stay with Minnetonka. John Martins will inbound. And to Carver Bagley. He'll bring it strong to the basket. Lost it going up. Missed on the shot. Jensen has it, dribbling through traffic. Couldn't make it through all the bodies, and an easy lay-in for Isaiah Carver Bagley. Assist to John Martins. At the other end, Gallinson tries going strong to the basket. That's defended. Back comes Tonka on the break. 3-point shot. Bagley off the mark, rebounded by Gallinson.
Got the pace going a little faster now.
Baumgartner open right side. Another 3 is in. Baumgartner averaging 15.5 points per game and making close to 40% of his threes, which is not unusual on this Wayzata team. They are an excellent perimeter shooting team. Hedstrom to the basket. He gets it blocked by Jensen, looking to outlet. Baumgartner into the front court. On the wing, back out to Benega. Missed on that 3-pointer and rebounded by Haas. In the front court. Driving, and a foul going to be whistled against Wayzata as Carver Bagley went to the basket.
You know, when the pace picks up, it's even if you make a couple of mistakes, if you're the team that wants to play at a faster pace, it doesn't really hurt you. You know, Jensen gave up a layup there, but we also got it back and we're able to score a couple times out of it as well.
Colin Lindbergh is his first. Deering high shot up, not good, and then tipped in. Basket to Hedstrom.
That's good hard work by Bert Hedstrom.
Second basket for him, 12-6 game. Baumgartner from the elbow. He is a smooth shooter. 8 points for the senior. Poke away by Benega. Not good. Knocked away. Benega taking it away from Martins. It's another steal. Benega will take it to the basket again. This time dumps it off. Shot up and in and one. Basket by Mitchell Faust. The 6'6" seniors in the game now for the Trojans. And he'll go to the line for a three-point play.
You know, that's Wayzata basketball, that 4 people touch the ball in a space of about 8-9 seconds, and the end result is a layup and a foul.
And another timeout taken by Minnetonka. Coach Freeberg's going to burn through his timeouts here by the 9-minute mark.
You know, every coach has their own philosophy on that. I tried to save them when I was coaching, only because I didn't really think I could affect a game that much if it was this early in a game and you know, the score was relatively close, and I think 16-6 is still relatively close, you know, because you need them down the stretch so often. But he knows his team better than I do, for sure, and I think he felt like they were just losing their composure a little bit there.
Foul on Isaiah Carver-Bagley, his first. Team fouls even at 1 apiece. Faust averaging just under 5 points per game off the bench for the Trojans. Off the back iron, not good. Rebounded by Carver-Bagley. Hedstrom, Baumgartner out on him. Top of the key, now we'll drive it left side. Back out with the pass. Martins, right side to Carver-Bagley.
You know, Tonka sets a lot of ball screens, and that can be an effective tool, but when you set a ball screen, you also bring another defender into it, and it gets jammed up, and I think they're having a hard time shaking free from the second defender coming in.
Carver-Bagley handing off to Hedstrom. Aaron Severson driving. Tough shot for him. He gets fouled, though, and he'll go in the line and shoot 2.
Well, yeah, I think when you go to the basket against Wayzata, there's going to be another person waiting under there for you, and sometimes you got to crash into him and just make the referee make a call.
Severson rattles in. First free throw try tonight for Minnetonka. Peter Haas, 6'7" junior, younger brother of number 23, Matt Haas, into the lineup now for Tonka. Severson, second free throw also good. Deering back in. And Carver-Bagley will get a rest.
A little pressure here now.
Inbound by Bryce Hempel, number 23, who's in, along with Luke Paulson, number 5, and turnover by Wayzata.
You know, when you press, people think the turnovers normally come down by where you're pressing, but they normally happen back on the other end of the floor. You've got them out of, you know, out of their context of what they normally do.
Ben Gross also in for Wayzata. Baumgartner, the only member of the starting 5 out there right now for Wayzata. Deering missing from the corner and brought into the front court by Paulson. Now it's Baumgartner, back to Paulson, the Gross right side, puts it on the floor. Nice little dish off for Faust, baseline and good. Hedstrom back. Martins back to Hedstrom, will let go on the 3, not good, rebounded by Gross. Right side, long 3 by Paulson, long, and rebounded by Hedstrom. Hedstrom. Backs off, now gives it to Martins. Nice little spin move. Pass for Haas, off the glass, a little too strong. Great idea from Minnetonka, but couldn't finish. And a steal in the backcourt. Severson with it. He spins on Paulson and scores.
Spin moves are coming now.
14-10.
Nice
Throws,
pass.
great
Good touch.
dish off and a great reverse by Baumgartner to avoid a possible block by Haas.
Good recognition by both players.
Floater up and in for 2. Bird Hedstrom's got 6. 20-12. Baumgartner, another 3.
He's on fire.
3 threes, 13 points in all for Baumgartner. Hedstrom, dish off Martins. Open 3 for Severson, not good. And the rebound to Baumgartner. Why not? This one's short. And he's going to call for a foul, trying to reach around Peter Haas to get the rebound.
He's an aggressive kid, and he missed the shot, and he just wanted to get it back. And sometimes you foul somebody, but you'd rather have people make fouls going after the ball than standing around just kind of reaching.
Jackson Owens back in along with Matt Haas for Minnetonka. Gallinson back in for Wayzata along with Lindbergh.
Minnetonka was getting a little bit better shots there in that last sequence, and I think part of it was Wayzata was not communicating as well defensively, and we'll see if the new players coming back in are going to do a better job of that.
Bounce pass to Owens. Open 3 look in the corner for Martins, off the iron short.
Nice box out.
And a good rebound by Hempel. He's got a couple of boards here. Paulson will bring it up for Wayzata. Hempel. Jensen got it to Gallinson. Back out. Top of the key put on the line, not good by Lindbergh. Jensen follows up strong off the glass.
Move.
All 5 of Wayzata's starters have scored, and they lead at 25-12. Deering gets fouled on the way to the basket. Paulson's going to get called for the foul.
Jensen with a nice rebound, battling in there hard. He may have got away with a little bit of an elbow knocking him back, but he kept himself on balance, made a nice shot.
Driving in the paint, nice little spin move. High shot up, not good by Deering, but he's fouled. And he'll go to the line for 2.
You know, it's really hard as a help defender, especially if you're a taller person, to not just reach out and swat at it. But if they just stand there and hold their ground a little bit, I think they'll affect the shot anyway. And it's a very difficult shot to make out of that. It's I'm sure Coach will talk to him about just not swinging at the ball.
Foul on Wayzata is on Alex Jensen. His first. 5 team fouls now on Wayzata, just 1 for Minnetonka. 1 more free throw coming for Deering. Second one off. And the rebound to
Temple's
Hempel.
doing a nice job of rebounding.
Pretty much a 9-player rotation for Wayzata. They all kind of know the roles, Phil, and they do fill them well.
You know, they're all comfortable with playing what the, doing what they do, and he's done a nice job of allowing them to use their skills.
Hempel gets the offensive rebound this time and scores on the putback off the Jensen miss, and it's 14. The lead now for Wayzata. Hedstrom is back into the game, gives off to Owens. Spinning on Hempel, cut off there, back to Hedstrom in the corner. Minnetonka will reset.
There just isn't a lot of room down by the basket. That's a good shot.
Good feed, and Matt Haas finishes. Drew Gallinson giving it up on the pass. Ryan Lindbergh back in, shot up. Bentley gets fouled. We'll go to the line for 2.
Well, one of the things that makes Wayzata so dangerous, and we talked about a little bit before, is that you can never relax on your man. Every single one of them can score, and consequently they'll throw the ball to any of them wherever they happen to be on the floor. Little Benega in the post was an unlikely target, but there he was. He was open. They delivered the ball to him.
Back in for the Skippers. Benega, 70% free throw shooter, makes both here. And it's 29-15, under 7.5 minutes to play here in the first half. Hedstrom double teamed out high. Gets it across to Owens. Baumgartner stripping the ball away. Lead pass ahead. Lindbergh up. Oh, and Baumgartner couldn't quite finish. And a backcourt foul on Benega. A little too aggressive guarding John Martins.
That was just good hustle on both teams' part, you know. A lot of times a guy will miss a shot like that and nobody's hustling back, but Tonka was working hard and they got the ball back.
Hedstrom will bring it ahead.
Got a little trap going here.
And the ball thrown away. A steal for Wayzata. Baumgartner will dish it off for Lindbergh, and he kind of got caught in an awkward position. Couldn't quite get to the basket and ended up traveling. A couple of steals here, but unable to finish on them.
Looks like Wayzata's going back to man again.
Bringing it up on
They got
Benega.
a run and jump going.
In that trap, and this time he's able to get the pass across to Hedstrom. Hedstrom strong to the basket,
nice
finishes with
Very
the left.
nice move.
Kurt Hedstrom with the basket. 29-17. Benega, pull up from outside is good. It's a two-pointer. Owens, Martins now to Hedstrom. Hedstrom in some traffic, finds Hawes. Hits an open space, but missed on the shot and close. Baumgartner the rebound. Benega throwing it ahead from Lindbergh.
Nice catch.
Step back, baseline up and in. Deering dishing it off. Carver Bagley back for Deering. Martins, one dribble and then to Hedstrom.
They're trying to keep the ball on that side of the floor. I think it's a good idea.
Shot
nice
up around
shot.
and good. John Martins with his first basket. .520 to go here in the first half. 33-19 lead. Gallinson, high arcing short jumper, not good. Knocked out of bounds by Minnetonka. Wayzata basketball. Faust and Gross coming back in for the Trojans, and Severson for the Skippers.
That was a great catch.
Lindbergh, pass in to Faust. Baumgartner. Lindbergh will let go on the three and hit. And a turnover by Minnetonka, forced by Benega.
Maybe just a little frustration there. He pushed and might not have been as bad as it looked when the players laying on the floor, but enough to draw the ref's attention.
Deering gets the charge. Team forced to give the ball back to the Trojans. Inbound comes to Faust. Lobbing it down. Baumgartner, tough shot, not good.
It's a nice pass, nice read though.
Martins will release. Hedstrom comes up short, ball tipped. And pulled down by Gross. Off to Benega, trying to lob it up. Missed on the lob, trying to get it to Baumgartner. And we get a foul on the floor. I think it was definitely, it's supposed to be an alley-oop, but it's not supposed to go off the glass like that.
I'm not sure LeBron would have got that one, but yeah. still a good idea. Being unselfish.
14 foul on the Skippers.
Benega, three-point shot. Not good. Rebounded. And here's Severson. It's tied up by Gross. Out of bounds. Gross couldn't get it to a teammate and lost it out of bounds. Boy, Wayzata very active on defense, aren't they, Phil?
Very active, and you know, again, like we said before, when you ball screen, you bring another person into the picture, and you end up with more people in the battle.
On the drive by Martins, a foul. Minnetonka into the 1-and-1, and the junior John Martins will go to the line. Foul will be on Lindbergh, his second. Gallinson in, Lindbergh out.
This is a real advantage for Tonka. They've taken the ball to the basket well and strong, and they're in the bonus, and that could really help them get back in this game.
John Martin earns the second free throw.
Jackson Owens, acting for Minnetonka.
Martin's second one comes out. Hedstrom battling Paulson for the rebound, or Gallinson rather. Alternate possession, and will stay with Minnetonka. Severson inbound.
Whoop.
A lot of traffic there. Benega got a hand on it, knocked it back out.
Starting to get a little chippy, I think. You know, you can only bang into each other so many times before you start taking it personal.
Got Haas inbounding to Hedstrom. Hedstrom, tough shot in the lane, and he gets fouled. Hedstrom will go to the line for two.
He's tough to stop. You know, he's going both hands, right or left, and he just ends up where he kind of wants to be, and he's a big kid, and he gets a shot off, and he's good at making it.
Gross picking up the foul, 8th team foul now on Wayzata. Hedstrom missing his first foul shot tonight. Second one not good. And Baumgartner the rebound.
It's nice when your point guards can be the low guy on the rebound and get it.
Yeah.
That's an advantage.
Here's Faust out high. Handed off. Arcing three. Baumgartner drains another one.
Gavin's having a good game tonight.
Scramble for the loose ball. Gross gets it. Gets tied up with Hedstrom. Jump ball. Alter possession. We'll give it to Wayzata.
Ben's had his hand on a lot of basketballs out there tonight, and especially from the defensive side. He's tipped a few away, come up with a couple. He's making a good contribution, although he's not scoring that much.
Benega drive. Little dish off. Faust will get it to drop. Mitchell Faust has got 6 points off the bench.
You know, when Mitchell contributes his points and his rebounds and plays defense, I don't know if you can ask him more out of the guy. And it's just very aggressive in there.
Skip pass across. Get deflected by Gallinson. Minnetonka keeps control. Drive to the basket. Nice little move by Haas to get to the hoop.
That was a nice move. But there's always traffic. I got to give it to Tonka. They're going in there. They're not afraid. And it will pay off in time.
Ben Gross will hand off. Gallinson. Back out high, Baumgartner. Ball deflected. Severson gets the steal. Trying to reverse and gets fouled by Gross. And Severson to the line for two.
Not a lot of shots going unchallenged. And that always bodes well for your defense, even if you foul once in a while.
First free throw is off the mark. Jensen and Lindbergh back in for Wayzata. Severson's second free throw is good. Two and a half minutes to play in the first half. Baumgartner, three. Oh my goodness. 5 3-pointers for Gavin Baumgartner in the first half. 19 points in all for the senior.
I just don't think you can stop that. You can stop one person, but not with 4 of them out there who have that ability.
Jackson Owens now to Aaron Severson. Good tough defense. Almost forced a 5-second call, did Gallinson. And double dribble there on Owens. Paulson and Hempel return for Wayzata.
The intensity level of the game is really high. The score doesn't seem like it's a 21-point game to me. Even Wayzata shot well, but it doesn't seem like Tonka's out of the game.
Sponsored by Lysol Disinfectant.
A little cut on Aaron Severson. The referee has called timeout. To get him out for a moment so they can get that taken care of. Jalen Deering back in. Minnetonka trying to trap it in the backcourt. Wayzata back in the front court. Luke Paulson, Jensen, Gallinson, Baumgartner. Oh, knocked away nicely by Martins. Hedstrom with it. Martins went down. Hedstrom taking it in 1-on-3. Got blocked. And back come the Trojans the other way. Paulson. Bounce pass ahead. Jensen couldn't handle it. And Deering has it for Minnetonka. He gets it knocked away, but it comes right to Martins. Martins strong to the basket. Not good. Ball tipped out. Comes to Baumgartner. 3-on-2 for Wayzata. Nice dish off. Paulson lays it in.
Very nice.
That was a frenzy of activity in 30 seconds.
You know, it makes it fun. High school basketball.
Under a minute to play. Hedstrom trying to start a drive, gives it off to Owens, back to Hedstrom. Hodge comes out. Now back across to Martins, knocked away, got it back. Nice little dish off behind him, up and in. For the finish, Peter Hodge scores and he'll shoot one.
That was a tough shot, nice make. Good concentration. He knew he was going to get hit and just finished the play.
Personal number 15, Drew Gallinson. That's his first.
Well, he's got a foul on Gallinson, his first. Oz missed it, tipped back to him, and then is stripped away by Baumgartner. Under 25 seconds to go. Paulson with it. To Gallinson. In a little trouble. Goes to the baseline with the pass. Hempel. Lost it. Tip to the corner. Gallinson, 3. Sure, play breaks down. We'll still knock down a 3 and end the half.
Great shot by Drew Gallinson, but sometimes you get lucky, you know.
49-25 Wayzata. A lot of hands on the ball. Finally out to Gallinson with a few seconds left in the half. He knocks down the 3 to make it a 24-point game. Let's go down to the sideline now and Allie Arlt.
Coach, you said to compete in this game, you guys had to play at a high level. What did you see in the first half?
Well, I don't think we're not playing at a high level. They're just playing at a much, much higher level. I mean, without looking at stats, they probably shot 60, 70%. So you know, they're very, very good, and we knew that. But you know, I think our guys were a little in shock at how good they were, and they've just jumped on us. And unfortunately, we're down 24.
Wayzata really putting that defensive pressure on you guys. How do you break that in the second?
Well, you know, at times we struggle to score too, so we just need a few more playmakers, some guys that can penetrate the defense and kick. And at the end of the day, we got to make some shots, but it's not really what they're doing. It's a lot of it is what they're doing offensively. 49 points in a half is way too many the way we play.
Good luck in the second, Coach. Thanks, guys.
All right, thanks very much, Allie. Thanks to Coach Freeberg as well for taking a few moments for us, and we'll hear from Brian Schnettler before the start of the second half as well. Halftime here at Wayzata, our score, Wayzata 49, Minnetonka 25. We're back with more Lake Conference Boys Basketball on CCX Sports after this timeout.
What makes your community feel like home? Is it knowing what's happening in your neighborhood, or when people know your name? Connections make us a community. For more than 30 years, Northwest Community Television has connected citizens, neighbors, even sports fans through video. As life gets busier than ever, we will still offer you a connected community experience through CCX Media, so you can stay connected to the place you call home.
Every time I hear the alarm bell go off in school, I think it's an air raid.
A lot of houses in our neighborhood have been destroyed. I like to close my ears and sing songs whenever the bombs come close.
I'm worried our new neighbors won't like us.
But I know it's all gonna be worth it. I just want my family to be safe. But these are not my words.
These are not my words.
These are not my words.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes? B, console her?
Don't worry, sweetie. This is gonna happen a lot.
Or C, find her a new boyfriend?
Nice, single boys. That was weird.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
49-25, undefeated Wayzata leading Minnetonka here at halftime. Trojans putting on an offensive show as they have done many nights this season. Highlights from the first half of play. They can certainly shoot the ball as we've seen it. Of their 49 points, just 2 have come from the free throw line. 20 field goals in the first half, 7 of them threes, 5 from that young man, Gavin Baumgarten, who's got 19 points in all. Minnetonka taking it to the basket often. Bert Hedstrom driving there for 2 of his 8 points, team high. Good move to the hoop and a finish by Drew Gallinson. A couple of baskets for him. Good fan support tonight here for Wayzata. And they just have not missed a lot, and when they have been able to get some second chance points. Alex Jensen finishes for 2 there. John Martin's able to dish off. And the end one finish there by Haas for Minnetonka. And another hoop there for Matt Haas.
15 seconds.
Martins to the basket with the hoop. As we look at the first half scoring, Bert Hedstrom with 8, Severson 5, Matt Haas 4 for Minnetonka. Baumgartner 19 points, Lindbergh 7, Bemiga and Faust 6 apiece for Wayzata. And although we've seen Phil, the big night for Gavin Baumgarten, he certainly hasn't been the only one. He's making virtually every shot. But again, they share the ball well, and a lot of guys that can put the ball in the hoop.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, they're one of the top teams in the state. I don't think anybody, that's no surprise to anybody. They're going to be a difficult team for anyone to beat. I know I've seen Champlain Park, and they're considered the best team in the state, but they don't look much better than Wayzata, I can tell you that. They got a lot of players.
We'll take another timeout. We'll come back with more of our halftime. It's 49-25. Wayzata on top of Minnetonka. Oh, sorry, we're going to take a look at the Lake Conference standings first. We apologize. Wayzata's mentioned 2-0 in conference play. Eden Prairie second, then Minnetonka in third, Edina fourth, and Hopkins fifth. Still a lot of conference games yet to be decided. Hopkins, as you look at their record now, 12-5. 5 losses for Hopkins is sometimes a couple of seasons worth, much less a little over half a season's worth, but it's been a little more of a struggle. Still a talented team for Hopkins, but a very good team, obviously.
Hopkins they're always a good team, and I really think that's how I would describe them this year. They're a good team. They're not a great team. Maybe they have the potential to get great. I don't know, but you know, a down year at 12-5 or whatever is not a bad year.
10 days from now, number 1 hosts number 2. It's going to be a terrific game. Champlain Park, Maple Grove, some outstanding talent in that one. Brad Davison from Maple Grove headed to Wayzata. Theo John and McKinley Wright for Champlain Park, also D1 kids.
They're all great players. I watched Davison score 40 the other night against Hopkins, and I've seen Theo John and Wright play before, and you know, that's going to be a shootout, I think.
Now we'll go to break. 49-25, Wayzata up on Minnetonka. Back with more from Wayzata High School after this.
Oh, look, a redhead.
Staring contest.
You still got it.
I know. Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
They were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Back we go to the sideline, and here's Allie Arlt.
Coach, a really great performance in the first half for your team, shooting lights out. Talk about that first half performance.
We moved the ball, and Gavin Baumgartner really shot it well, which has been fun to see. He's been doing a great job scoring, leading us, and it's fun to see him have a half like that.
You lead by a pretty decent margin here. What do you want to see out of your team in the second?
Not letting up. We got to keep playing hard and keep moving the ball, keep doing what we've been doing.
Good luck in the second, Coach. Guys.
Thanks, Sally. You look at Baumgartner's number. I was looking at the raw numbers coming in tonight, Phil. 2-3. He's actually 5th in three-pointers made for this team. Lindbergh's got 40 to lead the way coming into tonight. Gallinson 29, Bennigat 25, Paulson 20, and coming into tonight, Baumgartner was 17. That was 22.
Well, you know, I don't think it's necessarily a statistic that shows how well he shoots. I think it maybe points to the fact that he handles the ball. He penetrates pretty well. He's a big kid, probably kicks it out quite a bit, and sets up other people to score as well. And the other people are the beneficiaries of the fact that he can do that.
So if you're Wayzata, you know, you've been in this situation, I'm sure, on both ends. Up big and down big. Kids can read the scoreboard. They know they're up by a bunch. So how do you get them to focus in the second half?
The scoreboard's your worst enemy if you're ahead 49-25, and because it's human nature, you just let up. And so I think the first couple minutes are really critical. If you go out and you keep performing the way you were, I think it just kind of keeps going and the ball keeps rolling. But you have a couple of bad things happen. They hit a few shots, and all of a sudden they get some confidence, and it's hard to get you guys back. So, you know, I'd rather have a 24-point lead, but it doesn't mean there's not some danger.
And for Minnetonka, what do you do? Consequently, they can see the margin, and what do you try to accomplish the last 18 minutes here?
You know, I listened to Coach Freeberg at halftime, and I thought he was right on point. I thought he saw the game exactly the way I did. You know, it's not so much what they're doing. Wayzata's playing great. I think Minnetonka's playing extremely hard. I don't think they're untalented, but I think they're running into a team that's a great team who's playing great. and sometimes there's nothing you can do. I think they're doing everything they can. I think he's right about the point that they got to make a few shots that they haven't made, and that could swing the tide their direction a little quicker too.
We're ready to start the second half. John Martins will inbound here for Minnetonka. Martins, Deering, Matt Haas, Hedstrom, and Carver Bagley on the floor for Minnetonka. Wayzata also back to its original starting five. Jensen, Benega,
coming out in a 1-3-1 trap here, John.
Gallinson and Lindbergh, and they get a steal. Gallinson ahead. Baumgartner can't get it to go. Second try also off the mark. Jensen saves it back inbound. Scramble out high for the ball. Benega has it, and then he gets fouled by Isaiah Carver Bagley. It's been a physical game, hasn't it, Phil?
It is, and you know, I think that was a good move by Coach Schnettler, because what he wanted to do is not go out and just have the other team feel comfortable. He wanted to change they probably had a play set up or whatever, maybe man-to-man, and he switched it to his zone and just took them out of their rhythm immediately. So we'll see if it pays off.
That shot up and in. It's Alex Jensen. His second basket tonight. Deering dragged that foot, traveling. Then again to the front court. Take it all the way to the basket. Yeah, we'll go to the line for two. It seems pretty slight when you look at it, but he's a strong kid, isn't he?
Yeah, he's not weak, and part of what his strength is the fact that he understands what to do. You know, when you're decisive, I think you just get a step on a guy that otherwise, if you weren't that way, you'd have to bang into him to get there. He understands what's open and how to get there.
Wayzata only 5 free throws tonight, including that one. They're 4 for 5 from the line. Lead is 28. Ball knocked away, went off a knee, saved by Benega nicely, getting it to Gallinson in the open court, taking it at Martins, who stood his ground, and gets the ball back for Minnetonka. He'll take it hard. That won't go.
I'll tell you what, it isn't going for free in there.
Gallinson up and in, assist to Benega.
I guess the phrase "let them play" is
right. It's a Wild West out here. Deering, not good from the baseline. Jensen rebounds. Ahead to Baumgartner. Spins, soft touch up and in. They got 8 points in 96 seconds and a timeout by Minnetonka.
Well, go back to what we said at halftime about that first couple minutes. How does it, you know, and I think when Wayzata switched to that 1-3-1 on the first possession, it caught him off guard, turned it over, and then it subsequently, I think there was 3 straight turnovers, and now you've captured that 2 minutes, and you know, it's going to, I don't know if it's impossible, but it isn't looking too good. But it's a good, for the coach from Minnetonka, like you said, I've been in both situations. One of the things he gets to do now is teach his team to play basketball under adverse conditions without worrying about the score. Just go out and play. And they don't look like they're letting up. They're competing very hard. I think he's got to be proud of that. And this is where you can achieve some growth if you just stick your nose in there and keep playing basketball. Because the final score is going to be not nearly as instrumental for your team as learning to just play better basketball against a great team.
Each of these teams next weekend will host Sioux Falls Lincoln and Sioux Falls Roosevelt High Schools. Minnetonka will play Lincoln on Friday and then Roosevelt Saturday afternoon.
Back to the 1-3-1. Yeah, we never had to go to Sioux Falls to play a game when I was coaching, so I don't know what that's about.
Well, fortunately, they're coming here, so they don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, but I think next year they got to go there.
They got to go out there. Wayzata will play Roosevelt on Friday and then Lincoln Saturday afternoon. excuse me, the other way around. It was Wayzata taking on Lincoln first. Anyway, we back to the game. Carver Bagley, high scoop off the glass. Haas had a hand on it, poked away by Carver Bagley, but couldn't get it to a teammate. It's out of bounds to Wayzata. Pass ahead to Gallinson into the front court. Double teamed in the corner. Off to Baumgartner. Skip pass across. Open. Benega. Too strong on the shot. Hedstrom rebounds.
Somebody's getting a hand in on every dribble. It's really tough out there.
Carver Bagley back to Hedstrom. Dribbles through a little traffic. Martin, baseline drive. Back out to Hedstrom. Missed on the pass, but he's able to corral it before it got out of bounds. Hedstrom. Long three off the iron, not good. Martin's nice little dish off. Haas up and in. Matt Haas with 6 points.
Very nice rebounding pass.
(57-27). Jensen lobbing it down to Baumgartner. On the block, back out. Jensen, long two, not good. Tipped in, it's Hedstrom with it. Looking up court for the Skippers. Nice dish off for Haas, and he'll score again.
Matt Haas for 2.
Well, Tonka's making all their points right around the basket, so.
Benega had it knocked away, able to get it to Lindbergh, back out. Baumgartner three. This one won't go. Hedstrom rebounds.
But it was still great basketball. He gave up the ball to a person who had a better shot and had the hot hand.
Hedstrom to the corner. Baseline drive. Knocked out of bounds.
I'm half expecting a foul to be called at some point, but.
Faust and Gross in for Wayzata along with Paulson.
And Faust in for Wayzata.
Cameron Steele, number 31, in for Minnetonka. Foul on the perimeter on Baumgartner. It'll be his second.
Second personal number 12, Gavin Baumgartner of the Trojans.
(57-29). Martin's off to Hedstrom, trying to dial up a long three. Not good. Rebounded by Baumgartner. Looks up court, keeps it. Nice dish off for Faust.
When you're shooting as well as Gavin is, you got to guard him, and so, you know, he starts penetrating, and they leave their man to go get him, and there he's standing for the layup.
Hedstrom. Skip pass across. Severson starts to penetrate. Ball knocked out of bounds by Paulson. Minnetonka basketball. Look at the last Wayzata basket.
Gavin floating down the middle, drops it off. Faust, pretty easy basket.
Severson on the inbound. Baumgartner deflects it right back out.
That's a tough place to inbound from, way down in the corner there. You really have no angles to throw it.
Ball comes in through Deering, trying to dribble through some traffic. We'll get a foul on the floor on Wayzata. Leon Gross, his third.
Third personal, Trojans number 3, Ben Gross.
Temple back in. Had some good minutes in the first half. Coach Ward.
Yeah, Bryce contributed a ton. And not just from he got a lot of rebounds, but he also is just in position to clog things up. You know, it doesn't always show up in a stat book, but it shows up if you're playing against him.
Cameron Steele is a 6'6" ninth grader. And that last basket for Minnetonka. Faust to the basket. Can't get this one to roll in. Foul up is good. 2 points for Hempel.
Well, a game like this, you get to put a ninth grader in, you know, and see what he can do.
Spartans on the floor, travel. Well defended by Gross. Isaiah Carver-Bagley back in for Minnetonka along with Peter Haas.
Peter Haas back in for the Skippers.
This Luke Balson's a good ball player. You know, he'd start on a lot of teams, and
so you get the basket quick there.
Good job, Luke. He's a good player, but he's got a lot of talent in front of him too.
4 points for the sophomore Paulson. Deering, a little pull-up, a little short, rebounded by Gross. Head to Baumgartner, slams it home for 2.
They got it rolling now.
Isaiah Bagley with the shot. That won't go. Baumgartner the rebound. Gross ahead. Trying to dish it off to Faust. Pass a little bit behind him. Ball all over the floor. Bodies all over the floor. Faust to Baumgartner. Trying to get it for Gross off his hand out of bounds.
Far be it from me to give the officials any advice, but I think they're going to have to call a couple of these reach fouls, or this is going to get, you know, there's nothing worse than a big lead and then people just start, it doesn't matter if you hack somebody. And kids are kids. They're competing, and I admire it, but got to clean it up a little bit.
Steele with the basketball. Off to Riley Berger. Sophomore is in the lineup now for Minnetonka. Number 20, his pass is chipped. Ball on the floor and stolen by Wayzata. They've got numbers ahead to Gross. Assist to Lindbergh. Ben Gross got a first basket tonight.
Ben is working his tail off out on defense there. It's good to see him get a bucket out of that.
Severson had knocked away by Paulson out of bounds. Finish by Gross on that last possession. Now a 36-point Wayzata lead, pass out of bounds off the hands of Steele.
Well, Coach Schnettler said at half you want to keep doing what they were doing, and you got to give them credit. They are.
Well, they certainly haven't let up at all. That was one thing you talked about when I asked you at halftime. That can happen. The margin the way it was, they've expanded that lead.
And to give credit, Tonka hasn't either. They're still playing hard.
Gross three-point shot, not good. Faust battling for the rebound. He's going to be called for the offensive rebound, or offensive foul, I should say. Faust with that hair that you and I could appreciate going back to 1970s high school basketball. I like it.
Well, I don't want to bore the fans, but when I was playing at Anoka, we had to have our hair 1 inch long.
Is that right?
So we were the only kids in the entire nation with short hair at that time.
Faust will commit another foul out here on the perimeter.
I think I'm still damaged from that. I can't tell, but.
14 foul.
Inbound for Minnetonka. That's the 4th team foul. Wayzata on the second half of the basket. Not good. Another try up and off. And it's Wayzata basketball.
It is physical.
Paulson will bring it up. Just over 10.5 minutes to go in this one. Wayzata's going to go to 15-0. Got Edina coming up on Tuesday before the 2 games next week against the Sioux Falls teams. Gross took it hard at the basket. Well defended. Down on the block by Steele. Right under the hoop and able to keep that one away. Here's Severson. Hands off to Steele, to Berger. Hedstrom, back out. Peter Haas on the spin move. Tough shot over Faust, but gets it to go. Timeout by Minnetonka.
You know, when you coach defense, one of the things you want to do is contest if you can get your team to contest every shot, the other team's going to shoot poorly. And right there was a good example. That was a tough shot. He made it, but big kid, hand in your face. Those are not easy shots to make, even if you are closer to the basket.
Our next telecast on CCX comes your way Tuesday. It's a high school girls basketball game. Park Center playing at Osseo. Park Center's had another good season. They've been in the state tournament last several seasons under Coach Chris Vanderhyde. Strong senior group going for them. It's always fun to watch a group of players that comes up from 9th grade on varsity. It doesn't happen a lot, but they've got a group at Park Center that's done that for their girls, and now this is it. The last couple of months of high school basketball for them.
The day and age of a group of kids just kind of growing up together and playing on a team is kind of gone, but so it is fun to see, and I always cheer for those kind of teams. Maybe it reminds me of how it was when I played, which was a couple years ago if you didn't know that. Yeah.
Inbound comes to Bennigan, 67-33. Wayzata, we're under 10 minutes to go here in the ball game. Jensen. Baumgartner back out to Gallinson. He'll hand off. Lindbergh shot up, off the mark, and out of bounds. Lindbergh, we talked about in our pregame, averaging 15 points a game, just 7 tonight, but on most nights for this Wayzata team, somebody maybe is not going to get all their normal points, but you've got somebody else that can step in and does.
And they don't appear to be bothered by that.
No,
and I think that's really a key to the team.
Very unselfish attitude about this team. I think that's one thing that distinguishes a lot of the top teams in the state this year. I think Champlin Park's the same way. McKinley Wright kind of drives that offense, but very willing to share the ball. That shot not good, but Steele is fouled. They'll go to the line for 2.
I think it's a mark of any great team, especially in high school.
Good movement on the ball there by Minnetonka to get it down low to Steele. And he sets himself up for 2 foul shots here. Fouls on Baumgartner, his 3rd. One more coming for Cameron Steele's got a basket tonight here in the second half. Didn't play in the first half. Second one also not good. Jensen rebounds. Lindbergh looking down low, goes it to Jensen. Bennigan pops out for a 3 and scores it.
That's a 3 for Bennigan.
Really nice patience. Alex Jensen could have taken that shot, and he didn't. Handed it off to his guard, set him up for a 3.
11 points down for Bennigan, 70-33. Ball tipped. Here's Gallinson on the loose. To the basket, 2 more.
A steal the basket for Drew Gallinson.
Gallinson with 9. Hedstrom trying to take it strong to the basket. Gets fouled. They'll go to the line for 2. We are into running time now here with the margin of 39 points, above 35, under 8.5 to go.
Wayzata foul number 11, Alex Jensen, his 2nd.
Calls on Jensen, his 2nd. Hedstrom rattles in the first free throw. First point in the second half tonight for Bert Hedstrom.
Well, it's been physical out there, and it's just, they're giving a good effort, and I think it's frustrating.
Wayzata starters all coming out. Keaton Hyde is in for Wayzata, along with Paulson, Hempel, Gross, and Faust. Foul in the backcourt on Owens.
Foul number 30, Jackson Owens is first.
Fouls are really no fun in running time. Just kills the clock. What do you think of running time, John? You think that's a good rule?
Well, I don't mind it when the margin's like this and you're under 8-9 minutes. I understand also that games really aren't terribly long, and so it does take away playing time for some guys who are getting in near the ends of games. I can go either way on it, Phil. How's that for a wish-washy answer?
Get off that fence. You know, the only thing I didn't like about it, I guess, was that in a big lopsided game, you could play a lot of younger guys for a long period of time. It's just it goes so fast they hardly get any minutes in there at that time. And both teams can do it, whether you're winning or losing. But I suppose people have abused it as well, and that's why they put the rule in, so it's not necessarily a bad rule. But
foul is on Steele, his first.
Number 32, Tanner Jonas.
Gavin Patton, number 43, now in. Traveling this time, whistled. Jackson Owens scores the hoop. That's his first basket tonight. Into the lane, driving, swatted away on a shot attempt there by Jacob Blair. Little floater
nice
up and
shot.
in. Second basket for Nikhil Norton.
yeah, these are important minutes for kids. They get a chance to go out and play in a varsity game and show what they can do.
Shot not up and good. Connor Hale taking it to the basket. Get a foul on Skippers.
Second personal, number 30, Jackson Owens of Minnetonka. Riding McRae, number 10. Theo Walter, number 35, check yes.
Hale getting it in. Riley McCrane with it. Driving from the wing. Theo Walther. Bounce back out. Hale. And he's fouled by Deering.
Fourth person, number 10, Deering.
They're calling a lot more fouls now than they did earlier.
Connor Hyde back in, replacing Tanner Jonas, who was in briefly there for Wayzata. On the floor, McGrain. Bounce pass by Lair over on the right side. Drive.
Riley McGrain can really shoot. Didn't look like it there maybe, but he can shoot.
Missed that one off the back iron. Deering into the front court. Off to Owens. Up and in.
Jackson Owens.
A couple of baskets for Jackson Owens here late in the game. Ball knocked away. It's Deering with it. Shovels it off for Owens. Blocking foul. Now with the margin under 30 points, it's stop clock at 3:08 to go.
Wayzata foul number 10, Riley McRae.
Green picking up the foul. Free throw off.
Cameron Steele, number 31, back in for Minnetonka.
Coach Netler's doing a nice job of rotating his guys in and out, so everybody's getting their fair share of time.
Jonas coming back in. Second one also off. Jonas secures the board. Hale to the front court, up and in for two for Keaton Hyde.
For two.
Nice move.
Three-point try, not good from Norton. And an offensive rebound and then a foul. Patton came down with the board. Look at that last basket.
Wayzata foul number 32, Tanner Jonas.
I don't have the stat in front of me. Has Minnetonka hit a three tonight?
Back in for Wayzata.
They had 1 3 by Norton a few minutes ago when we just got into running time. That was their only 3. Patton to the line. We're in the bonus. Second one also good.
Riley Berger back in for Minnetonka.
Riley Berger back in for Minnetonka. Hale will bring it into the front court. We're down to 2.5 minutes to play. Hyde able to get the pass back out high to Walther. Yeah, now Hale with it. Gearing right on him and gets it up on the pass to Hyde. Knocked away, out of bounds. It's off Wayzata. Turnover, Trojans.
Brandon McGrady for Wayzata, checking number 3.
Riley O'Connor, freshman guard number 3, in now for Minnetonka.
You know, both teams are very patient for this time of the game. I think
Norton lob in, steal it, it's stripped away, got it back, and fouls it up and in.
Good move.
Cameron Steele for 2.
Hale to the front court, nice little dish off, 3-ball from the corner, missed by Hyde, offensive board. Lair has it, back out high with a 3-ball from McGrane, that won't go. And the defensive rebounds for Patton. All ahead to Steele.
Nice look.
Good pass, Patton connects and
for 2.
Coach Freeberg knows he can't carry any timeouts over to next game, so he won't.
May as well take them, yeah.
5th and final timeout right there.
Well, you know, you're down 24 points. You got your, your reserves in, and it's still teachable moments. And a lot of people look at it and say, why would you call timeout now? You never know. Maybe you could teach somebody something in this instance that will benefit you, if not this year, maybe next year.
Minnetonka's next game comes up Tuesday night. They will host Hopkins. And for Wayzata, another late conference game for them coming up also on Tuesday the 31st, as they will play at Edina. Wayzata in the front court, ball stolen away. Norton, the basket blocked out of bounds by Hyde.
Hey, they're hustling. You know, you make a play. Coaches notice that stuff.
Look at that block again. Now a shot from the corner, missed badly. And a nice follow-up by Norton.
Norton with the basket.
A reverse for him. He's come off the bench for 3 baskets. Follow-up shot off the mark by Walther. McGrane gets it back out to Hale. Drive by Lair to the basket. He's fouled.
First personal number 43, Gavin Patton of Minnetonka.
I like how both teams are competing.
Free throw up and in for Jacob Lair. Get Walther back in. Second free throw also good. Under a minute to play now, 76-52. Drive, dish to the corner, 3-shot from Berger, not good. Offensive rebound, out of bounds. Last touch by Wayzata. O'Connor,
very nice
dish off,
move.
Patton up and in.
Very nice move. Good read. Saw the help come over and dished it off to his man.
Lair brings it into the front court. Off to the pass to Hale with 20 seconds to play. Hale, dish off, well knocked away. Steele going to the basket, getting up again. High is Hyde. And the follow-up is good.
Riley O'Connor with the runner.
Final seconds of the game. And Wayzata will hang on and win. Not hang on, they won by 20, but they get the win for 15-0 on the season, Phil.
Can't get much better than that.
Gavin Baumgartner really setting the tone in that first half. Did 19 points, the 5 threes. They had a 24-point lead at halftime, and that was pretty much it. Expanded it up to 36 early in the second half, and kind of pulled off a little bit near the end with some of the starters out. But a well-played game by that starting lineup and that top 9 rotation.
You know, it's funny, I talk to a lot of the coaches still, and they'll call me and ask about Wayzata, and they'll tell me, hey, you got to stop Baumgartner, and the next guy will call me and say, you got to stop Lindbergh, and then somebody else tell me Bennigan's killing everybody. Depending on who you see on a given night, anybody can kill you, and so it is what makes Wayzata right now. That on any given night, 2 or 3 of them could get you.
Minnetonka falls to 7-8 on the season. Wayzata, as I mentioned, now 15-0. Well, let's go down for our sideline now and our post game. And here's Allie Arlt.
Hey guys, I'm here with Gavin Baumgartner. Gavin, you're the master tonight of the dunk, the finger roll. You were 3 for 3 at the arc at one point. What allows you to be great offensively?
It's definitely my teammates. They're out there, they give me the ball when I'm open, and we work at practice really hard, and just having fun with my teammates. It's all them. They get me open.
This team can shoot. You guys beat your opponents by an average of 18 points coming into this one. Tonight by 20. What works so well for you guys offensively?
I think it's teamwork again. It's just we all trust each other so much. We set good screens. We move the ball well. We look for each other when we're open. So I'd say just trusting each other and playing together is how we do it.
You guys are ranked in state. You sit at the top of your conference. What has allowed you to get to that point?
We practice really hard and we work really well together when we're there, and then I think that translates to our games. And then we compete really hard on the defensive end too, which allows us to get out and run, and I think that's what's helped us win also.
Undefeated at 15-0. No team has been to the state tournament for Wayzata since 1959. Is this the team that's going to do it?
I guess we'll have to see. A lot of season left, hopefully.
There's a lot of season left. Go sign those autographs.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Guys.
All right, and very diplomatic answer by Gavin. He wasn't going to look ahead and look past an Armstrong or a Hopkins or somebody that might be looming in that Section 6 tournament come early March. But they certainly have the right stuff to get it to state.
Well, one of the advantages they have, as we've talked ad nauseum about having various players who can score, is that it allows you to have somebody have a bad night and it doesn't ruin the team. You know, if you got one guy scoring 30 a game and he doesn't hit that night, you're in trouble. But these guys, somebody else can pick up the slack all the time, so that makes them even more dangerous.
One of there's some youth basketball players here tonight, and as Ali had said, the high school kids are going to sign some autographs for them. I always think that's a neat thing when the high school kids will stay after and talk to the young players coming up in the Wayzata program, boys or girls.
You know, I always had a blast on that night, and you know, one of the fun things is not only do the youth kids come, but the high school kids come and they want the autographs too, and it's just a really good-natured, fun night, and you know, I'm glad they kept doing it.
Trojans win at 76-56. They're 15-0 on the season. That'll do it for a telecast tonight from Wayzata High School. For Phil Ward, Allie Arlt, and all of our crew, I'm John Jacobson. Thanks for tuning in for coverage of high school boys basketball here on CCX Sports.